All I need is a little air, under my wings. As someone with a chronic illness, a chronic invisible illness, it can be extra easy to judge ourselves. Everybody does some amount of judging, but being sick constantly can cause us to feel shame, especially when certain people judge us as well, or call us lazy, or expect things from us that are just not as easy as we wish that they would be. There will be days when you feel good about how you're handling it. Maybe you're remembering to live as fully as you can, even if your health is far from perfect, and you're finding gratitude for the abilities that you still have. You're leaning in, practicing acceptance, opening to the complicated mess of life as it unfolds. In some way, you feel like you're being sick, like the right way. But sometimes you reach a breaking point and you realize that you'll have to miss an important family event because of your illness, or you're reminded of things you used to love doing that are no longer an option for you. Or perhaps like you're just worn down, you have like a really bad flare, things just break and you reach your limit and you're sick of it. You feel sad, angry, frustrated, bitter, dispirited, and then you feel guilty for losing the perspective you were enjoying. Well, those moments will happen. I've been there time and time again, and I will probably be there again. But the judgments that we have in our minds about how we're doing is part of what causes the suffering. We need to be understanding towards ourselves when we bottom out and don't feel like we're handling our illness the way we want to. If we fall apart a couple of days a month, or we feel sad or lonely or overwhelmed, those things are okay and they're normal. So you don't have to judge yourself for how you're dealing with it. You're doing the best that you can. With that said, we're going to go into the guided meditation here for about 10 minutes or so on liking yourself. The self-talk that you engage in regularly is often unkind. You might beat yourself up, hold yourself to unrealistic standards, and focus on how to always be better. With mindfulness, you can tune into your voice and acknowledge your thoughts. You can also learn to tune into the things you like about yourself, even if they aren't obvious in every moment. There are parts of you that you like. In this exercise, you'll bring your awareness to the aspects of yourself to offer a more complete picture of who you are. So get into a comfortable position, your hips above your knees. If you're sitting and your feet are on the floor, make sure that your feet are fully supported with a pillow or a cushion so they're not dangling. Have your shoulders relaxed and back, maybe roll them a couple of times, your head pulled up towards the sky. Your hands can be rested beside you or in your lap or on your knees. You have an upright posture. Your chest is open. In this practice, when you're mindful, when you're present, it takes a type of inner warriorship. So you're seated in a noble position, in a warrior position, where your heart is open. Your chest is open, just beating. If you're on a chair, you scooch to the edge of the chair. If you're on your bed, either scooch to the edge of your bed or scooch to the back of your bed. Put some pillows under your bottom so your hips are above your knees, and put pillows anywhere else that you need. Another option, if you're in a lot of pain, is you can lay on your back with your knees bent and together and your hands on your tummy. Close your eyes, or if you'd like, leave them gently open. And just bring your awareness to the sensation of your body breathing. Your breath as it comes in and your breath as it leaves. You can focus on the chest, abdomen, or nostrils. For the first few minutes, allow the mind to settle and focus by returning your attention to the breath as many times as necessary. Each time your thoughts come up, imagine them as clouds in the openness of your sky, your mind. And let the clouds come, say hello, and let them go. And come back. You will think, you will be distracted. Your practice is just in coming back. Back to the mind, back to the breath, back to the body, back to the moment, back to the sky. Just follow your breath in and follow your breath all the way out. Once the mind has settled, begin by thinking of something you appreciate about yourself. Start with the body. Ask yourself what you like about your body, and just pause to appreciate it for a moment. It may be a physical feature like your hair or skin, or it may be a quality like strength or flexibility. As something arises, stay with the experience of liking this part of yourself for a few breaths. After a moment of working with the body, switch to the mind. Look at the qualities of your brain and emotional experience. Ask yourself what you appreciate about your brain, your insight, and your personality. Again, simply be with the appreciation when something arises. For the last few minutes, focus on the 5 traditional senses: sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. Go through each sense, recognizing the beauty and pleasure these senses have brought you. For example, recognize that your sense of hearing has allowed you to hear the voice of a loved one. The sense of touch has allowed you to feel the comfort of a hug. Be with each sense, what gifts it brings to you, and the appreciation that comes with it. And breathe. For a moment, let your contemplation go. Let all thoughts go. And just feel that breath as it comes into your body and as it leaves. Whether it is during this practice or in your daily life, you may notice your inner critic running background commentary on your present experience. Remember that you don't have to believe every thought you have, and the more you can bring that background noise into the light, the less power it will have. Try thanking the thought for its input and then leaving it be. Don't push it away. Allow it to arise and pass on its own. Mindfully recognize the thoughts that come up and be grateful to yourself for getting familiar with your thought patterns. Gently open the eyes. If they were closed, wiggle your fingers and toes. And welcome back.